Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to our 47th and final match reaction of the season, regarding Liverpool Football Club. As we're here to talk about it, man. We're here to discuss it all. Liverpool Football Club, an absolutely miserable season for us, ends with a 4-4 draw away at Southampton Football Club, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone watching us right now, or on the replay, you guys already know the drill. Make sure you slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. And it's here we're here to just talk real conversations, inshallah. We're here to speak reality. We're here to talk about the real situations. And here we are, man. Here we are. It's been an end to an absolutely disgraceful season, an absolutely horrible season. And here we go, man. Here we go. The BS, all that crap continues, man, and I'm just so sick and tired of it. 4-4 draw to the bottom of the league, Southampton, who have guaranteed relegation before we even played them. Big up everyone in the comments. I see you all. I see a lot of the regulars, the guys that are a lot of the guys that are usually here. I see a couple of new faces as well. Make sure everyone watching us right now, or if you're watching this or on the replay later, make sure you slap the likes. Make sure you subscribe, Habibis. And let's get this party started. An absolutely horrific season. Ain't nothing positive about this. I know so many people are trying to, put a positive spin on this absolutely crap season. Try and make it out that, there's some sort of positive regarding all this shit. So, ain't nothing positive, man. We ended it in a bad way too. Conceded 4 to bottom of the league, Southampton. And there was a reason why I kind of waited a bit longer to do tonight's match reaction. Because there's kind of like a lot to just unpack regarding the season, a lot to speak on. And, just go back to the summer, go back to last summer. And this is where it all started, the season. We just ended almost chasing a quadruple. I start talking about midfield. I start talking about how I don't want Pulisic in the links and all of that. People come tell me, Hussam, you're being negative for views, all of that. I actually predicted Liverpool to come second, so maybe I should have been even a bit more negative. But it is what it is, man. This season's just been absolutely horrible. And it's come to end this way. Before we get to the negatives, which is 90% of this video, the positives is we say goodbye to Roberto Firmino. Thank you so much for your services for Liverpool Football Club. An absolutely incredible player and definitely a Liverpool legend, 100%. Big up to Roberto Firmino. He leaves Liverpool Football Club a hero because he didn't overstay his welcome. He actually showed massive humility. Went to Jurgen Klopp, said, Jurgen, I don't think I can help this team anymore, and just went and kind of told him like, yo, I just don't see myself helping this team anymore. I don't see myself kind of like, helping the team going forward, and I think it's time for me to be moved on. So we have to give him massive respect. And of course, Bobby gave us some unbelievable, incredible moments. Big up to James Milner as well. Big up to Oxlade-Chamberlain as well. Big up to Naby Keita as well. All four contributed at different levels and at different times to Liverpool Football Club's success, in the last 4 or 5 years. So we have to say thank you to them for, wish them the best of luck in their careers now after they move on from Liverpool. Big up to Firmino. Big up to Milner. Big up to Ox and Keita. Even they maybe didn't play a part at all this season or whatever. They didn't play a massive part in our success. So we have to say big up to them too. Big up to Firmino. Big up to Milner. Thank you to them for. And now let's just speak on this season. You look at this season, you look at where we finished, you look at this game, and this game just epitomizes this season. This Southampton game, genuinely just epitomizes this season, epitomizes the levels dropped that we have dropped this season. And, the fact that we can't go away to Southampton and win against the 20th place team, ended drawing the game 4-4. Conceded 4 to bottom of the league Southampton is, of course, You know, a club on Liverpool's caliber and standards is, of course, unacceptable. You look at today's game, and it kind of just epitomizes everything wrong, you know, with Liverpool Football Club. Had people come on the channel, had people come on the comment section during even the last watch along, say stuff like, where's your apology to Curtis Jones? You know, when are you going to apologize? We saw journalists come out and say stuff like, Curtis Jones could save Liverpool millions. I've got nothing against Curtis Jones, man. I agree. He's turned up in these last 5-6 games. He's played incredibly 5-6 games. So we have to tell him, you know, big up to him for performing. But, you know, it's just more problem with the journalists as well. The kind of the FSGPR, the BS that we hear out of the club that's generally just insulting our intelligence. James Pearce comes out with an article, says dumb stuff like, you know, Henderson could play DM. Like, I honestly don't know what certain people are watching. There's many people who have fully lost belief even in Fabinho. Never mind Henderson playing in the DM. Like, we need reinforcement. Sorry, we need investment. We have to go again, but we have to go again smartly. We can't just go again idiotically, dumbly, stupidly. You know, we have to go again in a smart, well-planned fashion. And, you know, you already see the levels dropping, the standards dropping in the Liverpool fan base. And it's something I've mentioned before, and I'll mention it again. Like, this is how you become the next Arsenal Football Club. You know, people come here, say stuff like, oh my God, I'm not going to complain. We're in the Europa now. Might as well go on and win it. Yeah, but it's not acceptable. It's really not acceptable for us to be in the Europa League anyway. It's really just not acceptable for us to be in the Europa League. A club the size of Liverpool Football Club, Champions League, 6-time Champions League winners. You know, I love what Mo Salah came out and said, just disappointment, nothing positive to come out of this entire season. He even said it himself. He said, like, you know, what Mo said is something completely obvious. He said, like, man, like, top 4 is literally just bare minimum. Sorry. Apologize. Whew, alhamdulillah. 3 quick sneezes there. Sorry. Kind of like the goals Southampton scored against us, just in quick succession. Sorry, guys. Apologies. Alhamdulillah. God bless you all. أثابنا وأثابكم الله. So anyway, what was I even saying? Damn, that was such a big ass sneeze as well. أثابنا وأثابكم الله. Yeah, as I was saying, you know, James Pearce come out to say, you know, the whole Henderson DM stuff, you know, and all these like, oh yeah, becoming the next Arsenal. You know how the standards drop now. You got people saying this because the thing is, like, the toppest of top red, the most optimistic Liverpool fan on earth, if I told him last summer we're going to finish 5th, then, you know, people come out and say, like, Hussam, you're being extra negative. No, we won't finish 5th. Top 4 is minimum. Now we've ended up there. People want to make excuses. Ain't no excuses. We're simply not good enough. And we failed as a collective. People think I'm FSG out, so I'm just blind to everything else. No, I'm FSG out. I'm not Klopp out. Klopp has my support, of course, but we have to also hold Klopp responsible. We have to hold the players responsible. Everyone has to take accountability for the place that we're in right now. At the end of the day, this season's a failure. No trophies. Top 4 would have been a failure anyway, because this team, the spine of this team, is a world-class spine. You've got the likes of, you know, Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Thiago, Salah. That's a spine there. That's a world-class spine. You don't have these players who have been on podiums, who have been in top 10 in Ballon d'Ors, who have been in, you know, in World 11s just to finish top 4. With all due respect, if the aim is top 4, then this summer, let's just go ahead and sell Salah, let's sell Fabinho, let's sell all the good players we have, go buy a bunch of youngsters, and then we can fight for top 4. We can use that excuse then. But as of today, with the team even constructed as is right now, this is not a top 4 team, make no mistake. Everyone just massively underperformed, from ownership to manager to players. And it's not like I have favorites or anything. Everyone has players maybe he likes a bit more than the other ones, but I'm just going to be completely realistic. Other than Alisson, I'm just going to be completely real. Alisson Becker is by far been our player of the season, without a shadow of the doubt. Like, he has been by far our best player of the season. The rest of them, other than maybe the likes of Bajcetic or youngsters, stuff like that, like, the rest of them, though, have let themselves down as well, because they know that this is not their level. Trent Alexander-Arnold, he played well when he became inverted, but pre that, it was looking bad for Trent, man. Robertson, I'm not going to let the assists and the GA fool me. He hasn't had a good season either. The likes of Van Dijk, Konate can't stay fit. Today, Gomez and Matip, which I'm going to address regarding the transfers later on. You look at the midfield, no one's performed well in that entire midfield. The forward line, even though Salah got 19 goals, of course, we have to say big up to him for getting 19 goals, but at the same time, we have to recognize, Salah was ghosting in a couple of games this season, didn't have the best of games, multiple times, missing chances, not really performing. And we have to say that this isn't the Salah, when I'm talking about levels, that is the level required of someone the level and caliber of Mo Salah. So kind of, you look at this club, man, and this season, other than Alisson Becker, honestly speaking, other than Alisson Becker, no one's performed well. And I'm going to take this even further back than last summer. This is why when the likes of myself were speaking on transfers when we were on top, we speak on stuff like this, because even using the FSG model, had we gone back from 1920 and just signed like one extra player every summer, we wouldn't be in this position to begin with. So the fact that we signed one extra, even if we just signed one extra player, slowly developed people. I mean, we were linked with Gravenberg like 2 years ago. Whoever it is, midfielders, center backs, etc. We signed them from back then. We developed them step by step. We let them come in. We wouldn't be in this position. It's a very simple example. You look at Real Madrid, for example, even a non-oil club. They've got the likes of Tchouameni, Camavinga, Valverde, while Modric, Kroos, and Casemiro were there. We waited for Mane to expire. We waited for Firmino to expire to go get Nunez, to go get Gakpo, to go get these players. So we need to start building now slowly, up ourselves, and we need to stop waiting for players to just fully expire and not be able to play on their level for us to go ahead and replace them. We have to try find players replacements before they just become unplayable, essentially. Even you look at that whole Sadio Mane situation, we all saw Sadio Mane kind of drop off in levels last season, and only last season did we replace him. We didn't replace him quickly. We didn't do any of that stuff. So look, man, you look at all these players, they all have let themselves down, other than Alisson. You look at Jurgen Klopp, he let us down as well. You look at the ownership, of course, I am FSG out. And investment should be strong while you're on the top, and this is why staying at the top is much more difficult than getting to the top. That's the truth. Staying at the top, is much different, than like getting to the top. Getting to the top is easier than staying there, man. We are the supporters of Liverpool Football Club. People say, you're spoiled, you're this, you're that. Wait, is Mo Salah spoiled based on his statement? Like, it's just absolutely just unbelievable. Anyway, now I'm gonna address the, kind of the future, what we learned from the season, all of that. Heading into next season, inshallah. Everyone watching us right now, please do not forget to slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. 200 people watching us, minimum 100 likes. Please slap the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Big up to every single person who has sent in a super chat, every single person who has sent in a hit the subscribe button, everyone who has liked, everyone who has shared. Thank you to everyone for their support. Make sure you like the video now. Make sure you subscribe to This Is Football. Big up. Big up everyone for their support. So now, what did we learn even from today? What did we learn even from today? Even from today, what we learned is there's a big lesson. You know, when I come to these videos, I say stuff like this. I said long ago, signing a center back now is probably just as much as a priority as signing a midfielder. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. Signing center backs, or a center back, at least one minimum, is essential. Today, I'm gonna be real with you guys. We've got people, you know, online kind of arguing about Gomez and Matip, who's good, who isn't. And it's honestly just like the biggest mid-off ever. It's genuinely just like the biggest mid-off I've ever seen my whole life. You know, criticizing both of them, you know, it's just like, man, like... It's just honestly stuff like, it's just so weird. It's just so weird. Like, why are we sat here doing a Gomez versus Matip debate? Why are we, you know, sat here even having that conversation? Both of them are just not good enough for the club. And you see that even examples today from the Brighton game. The truth is, if neither Konate nor Virgil van Dijk start, our centre-backs are in trouble. Our centre-backs are in trouble, and that's the truth. Because Gomez and Matip, you know, you've got the Brighton game, the Wolves game today, and you just sit there like, I don't even think we have the depth with these two players. Like, it's really not there, man. It's really not there, because their level just ain't there. Like, their level really isn't there, both Gomez and Matip. And I'm not trying to sit up here and do these, you know, mid-offs like, oh my God, who should we keep, Gomez or Matip? Like, honestly, bro, who, like, you want to hear the truth? Who cares? Who cares? Both are just not good enough. Both are just not good enough. It's the truth. And this is exactly why the club is looking at centre backs, because they know, like, it's just, you know, we've seen the Timber links, we've seen the Inacio links, we've seen the Bella Kotchap links. Like, the links are there because even the club is actively looking at centre backs, because they know, like, we really cannot rely on Gomez and Matip. And the truth is, and this is the undeniable truth, the truth is, all four centre backs we employ are all injury prone. So Gomez is susceptible to an injury, Matip susceptible to an injury, you know, Virgil van Dijk susceptible to an injury, Konate is susceptible to an injury. So all four do have injuries in them. That's the problem as well. So fitness could also be an issue. And not just could also be an issue, is an issue. You know, Konate's been injured this season. Van Dijk's been injured this season. Gomez has been injured this season. Matip's been injured. All four have had injuries in them. And that for me as well is worrying even more, even like just as much as their levels on the pitch. You look at Gomez and Matip, every time both have played, even like as the starting centre backs together, and it's just not working. Even you look at today's game, they're both just not good, man. It's just they're both just not good. Honestly, they're both just not good. It's just like, I'm not going to sit up here and defend Matip to tear down Gomez, or to defend Gomez to tear down Matip. The truth is, both are just not good enough, and they're injury prone on top of that. You know, so it's like, what are we doing here? The level ain't there, and you're injury prone. That's the issue. So this is the problem. So for me, I look at that center back position, and I think signing a center back now is probably as important as signing a midfielder. And, you know, it's not just the midfield that needs help. You look at other positions as well. You know, the one position I'd say where I think we're good is the forward line. I think the forward line, we're actually good in there. And I don't think we've had a problem scoring goals this season, you know? Salah, Gakpo, Diaz, Nunez, Jota. You can even play Elliott right wing. I think these 6 is a very strong forward line, and is a forward line that can even rotate within each other. But you look at the midfield, the defenders, and you're just sat there like, man, if Virgil van Dijk gets injured, God forbid, I've got to rely on Matip and Gomez again. If Konate gets injured, I've got to rely on these two again as well. Which is why, for me, signing centre-backs is an absolute priority. You could even argue, signing one young centre-back, maybe with not that high of a price tag, someone who could come in and develop, alongside signing, a certified centre-back. So it's just the truth is, we definitely need a centre-back as well. Now you look at that midfield, and honestly, going into the season, I don't know how people couldn't realize it, and this is why I'm saying this on the centre-backs now. Ox, Keita, both can't be relied on due to how injury-prone they are. You look at Thiago, unbelievable when he plays, does not play enough. Simply does not play enough, and he's injured probably whenever we need him the most. You look at Milner, versatile, doesn't really offer you much. Would have rather kept him than Henderson, but, hey-ho. Jordan Henderson is getting to the stage now where it's not even an agenda. Anyone with two eyes who watches Liverpool consistently will tell you. Everyone as man, that sneezed the hell out of me. Everyone will tell you, like, just watch Henderson, and he's just not good enough, man. Like, his athleticism ain't there, even his work rate ain't there. There's just nothing there. There's genuinely just absolutely nothing there. And for me, you can have an agenda against Mo Salah. You can have an agenda against Trent. You can have an agenda against Van Dijk, Robson, etc. Because these are players that actually perform. The one guy, collectively, probably 99% of the Liverpool fan base want to move on from is Jordan Henderson. And the truth is, we say thank you, captain, all of that good stuff. But at the end of the day, he has just become a liability. Honestly, he has just become a liability. It's just like everyone has something they can offer on the football pitch. Everyone has at least something they can offer. You watch Henderson, and there's genuinely just nothing he offers you. The athleticism ain't there. It's just, honestly, there's nothing Henderson is offering me anymore. There's just nothing there. No athleticism, no passing. We definitely know with Henderson, it ain't going to be a football skill he offers us. So it's just, this is the issue, man. Like, we're sat here talking about this BS again. Drawing 4-4 with Southampton. People say he offers screaming, which they're mocking the whole leadership thing. But even Trent Alexander-Arnold told them to, F off twice, 4 or 5 times just this season, People are looking at him as a liability because he is. The truth is, he is a liability. He don't offer you the athleticism. He don't offer you nothing on the pitch. I just don't understand how people can look at this guy as even an option for next season. I don't even think he's a bench option. It's very harsh on Curtis Jones, but at least after watching him now, giving him an opportunity to get game time, grow, and develop, I'm like, okay, Curtis Jones can play at least a role next season. I look at the 6 midfielders next season. I look at 3 new signings. I look at Fabinho, Thiago, and Curtis, and that's about it. I'm not trying to look at a 7th or a 8th. These are the 6 right there. Play 3 of them in the Europa, play 3 of them in the Prem, and that's about it, bro. But you can't sit up here and try act like what I say on Henderson is an agenda, because deep down it really isn't. It really isn't. You look back at last summer. I actually gave last season's summer a 2 out of 10 because we didn't address what needs to be addressed. Looking back at it, probably I need to give it a 0, man. Like, honestly, Nunez, Carvalho, Calvin Ramsey, like, man, Arthur Melo, don't get me started on him as well. We signed him just to give him a salary so he could sit on the bench and heal up, basically. Yeah, the year off. So all these things, man, just not good enough. Honestly, it's just genuinely not good enough, and we need to do better as a football club, as an institution. a massive institution the size of Liverpool Football Club have got to do better. Have absolutely got to do better. I see people mentioning, Bajcetic in the comment section. I have no problem with Bajcetic whatsoever. I think he's impressed me a lot this season. When he came in, I thought he played incredibly well. But I don't want us to repeat the same mistake next season, which is overplaying Bajcetic. So I want Bajcetic to slowly get integrated in, to play, to play games of football, to get involved. But I don't want us to run Bajcetic into the ground the same way that we did this season. Because you look at it, the reason why Bajcetic got injured as a young player is we just played him every single game. And we kind of ran him into the ground. And that's the problem for me. It's just, these are the issues that we just have to just take care of, man. It's just not good enough. It's really not good enough. Anyway, 220 people watching us. I'm about to read the 2 super chats. Big up Selection and Jack. Thank you both. Make sure you all slap the like button. Make sure you all subscribe. We've got 220 people watching us, guys. Minimum 100 likes. We ain't even hit that yet. So please slap the like button. Please subscribe. Special shout out goes out to man like Selection, man like Jack O'Lantern for the super chats. I'm about to put up their super chats on the screen. Make sure you all slap the likes. Make sure you all subscribe now. Big up Selection says, Hussami Suleimana. Hee ha. Brace. I told you Barcola was going to be on Klopp's mind. Suleimana on Klopp's head top right now. Selection. You mocked Jurgen Klopp for losing to Aston Villa. Your manager today lost to Aston Villa too. And he's going to have to hold it. He has just absolutely gonna have to hold it, because guess what? He is also someone who lost to Unai Emery. Second of all, I am not going to judge Kamaluddin Suleimana based on his performances against Gomez and Matip when I've seen Craig Dawson score against us with Gomez and Matip. It's just counterproductive for me to sit up here and use Gomez and Matip as a measuring stick. So it's the truth. It's the truth. Big up to Jack O'Lantern. Thanks so much for the super chat, Habibi. I appreciate you. He says, Hussam, I'm not happy or glad that the season is done. I'm relieved. Same. Honestly, I'm genuinely relieved too, man. But I'm here to urinate on the parade. I have a shiver down my spine that it's going to get hella worse before it gets any better. Big up. And Jack, my brother, this is why when I'm speaking on the future, Selection, I'm not going to rate him based on a performance against Gomez and Matip, with all due respect. This is why, for me, Jack O'Lantern, this summer, I've referred to it before and referred to it again as the most important summer in modern Liverpool history. It's the truth. Modern Liverpool history, 100% the absolute most important summer. And the reason why it's the most important summer is we are at a crossroads now. We're really at a crossroads. It's either this just absolutely goes to the sewages, or we come out of it victorious. There's really no in the middle. You look at it, and there's just no in the middle. We either go back to challenging, or we just become top 4 club. Oh my God, we fight for top 4. We win Europa League. All this, media things. It's the truth. Unfortunate reality of the situation is we now have to make a very important step in our development as Liverpool Football Club, as an institution. We either make it out and get to the promised land, or we just continue dropping off and we just become a top 4 club now. Big up on Kay, who says, thoughts. Thanks so much, Kay. Thoughts on Lavia after today? He's not ready, in my opinion. Listen, I never wanted Lavia in the first place. I want Ugarte. That's who I want. The problem is, when it comes to Ugarte, is it's going to be very difficult. Even if the player wants to come to us, it really is going to be difficult, man. It's really difficult, because how can you do a structured payment on a release clause? Remember, with Ugarte, it's a release clause. How can you do structured payments on a release clause? I know Selection isn't a fan of Ugarte, but I think Ugarte is literally what the doctor ordered, okay? Like, he's got that work rate, he's got defensive attributes, he can help us, but we do need a quality DM. Because I see people asking, you're asking about Lavia, people are asking about our own DM, Fabinho. And I think, look, there's people who always go OTT when over criticizing Fabinho, and they go OTT when defending him as well. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend Fabinho has been good this season, but it's the others who let him down. No, Fabinho himself has been not good this season, and he should do better, and he should develop, and should improve, because this is not Fabinho's level. But at the same time, I can recognize that if I give Fabinho Tavares two to work with, of course he'll improve just by definition. Two good midfielders to play. OT team is over the top. Two good midfielders next to him. I know he'll become better. But the thing is, I don't want us to go into next season just relying on Fabinho and Bajcetic. I really think we need a DM, man. Like we really need to like a DM. For me, this is my summer. A DM, 2 8s, and a center back minimum. Those 4 are the minimum requirements. I'm obviously real with you. No, but selection, you say he contradicts how the team wants to play. Look at it this way. Like, Ugarte and Trent in a double pivot is exactly what we need, even to stop counterattacks. So you look at this stuff like, you know, like, what? Like, it's just, I don't get how you come to this conclusion, selection, because both of them are literally exactly what the doctor ordered, even in this whole scenario. You know, if I play Ugarte and Trent together, it's just exactly what's needed. It's exactly what's needed. I've got the defensive guy, and I've got the, you know, the ball controller, the guy who dictates tempo. So I've got both at the same time, even in offensive or defensive situations. You know, people are hating in the comment section, and I see him, and I'm just letting him burn in his anger. The funny part is he just accused me of not putting up super chats, and as soon as he said that, selection's comment that wasn't a super chat was on the screen. If I feel the need to argue a point, I will argue it, and you're not going to tell me how to run my channel. You know, and I don't know why you're wasting your time on this channel. Shouldn't you be go donating to the food banks? Remember, go donate to the food banks. Leave us alone, man. We're all the bad, horrible people. You're the 100% fan. We're all fake. So anyway, you look at stuff like this. K, don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy, man. These people can't be helped. So here's the thing. Going to, by the way, thank you to K, thank you to Jack, thank you to Selection for the surprise. As I said, make sure you all slap the like button, make sure you all subscribe. The road to 14K continues. We keep growing, inshallah, despite the hate that we get on all platforms. Make sure you slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Please like the video, please subscribe. And we'll continue to speak our opinions. Hey, let the people hate, man. You know, all I know is, unfortunately, we were all right in the summer, and certain people, the top reds, the positive people, were wrong. So anyway, looking back at this season, it's been nothing short of a failure. Even if we finished in the top 4, it still would have been a failure, because, you know, us qualifying to the Champions League, as Salah said himself, is nothing but a bare minimum. I'm not going to sit up here and say we beat United 7-0, so it's a successful season. It's just not it, man. Liverpool Football Club is the massive institution, the massive football club that it's today, due to the Premier League, to the Champions League, to these massive trophies. You know, that's what Liverpool was built on. We can't sit up here and start, you know, raising up, oh, we beat United 7-0 as some sort of flex. Like, it ain't a flex, man. It's something that'll go down in history books. It's something you enjoy in the moment. It's something you enjoy in the week, in the month. But after that, you just have to move on, man. So anyway, I look at this summer. My summer is a DM, 2 8s, and a center back at a minimum. And I look at the at FSG. FSG got 2 cousins in the Premier League. The Glazers and the Cronkies are FSG's cousins. They're kind of 2 sides to the same coin. You look at these 2, and even those 2, they spent the most money when they actually didn't qualify for the Champions League. And the reason why is their pockets are affected. Now, I don't think it's difficult to ask FSG to replicate what the Glazers and the Cronkies do. I'm not even trying to ask them to, you know, replicate what Man City are doing. Even if we replicate the Arsenal or United windows when they didn't qualify for the Champions League, that in itself is enough, because, you know, I know that they don't want their pockets to get affected. So this current situation that we're in right now, you know, we need help, man. The squad needs uplifting. It needs this break more than anything. Thank God this season is over. This has been nothing short of a season of pain. And you know, pain comes in multiple different ways. Pain comes in multiple different ways. You look at, you know, the Roy Hodgson times, for example. That was pain because we were crap, we were rubbish. There's also a pain when you have a certain expectation, a certain level, a certain standard for your team, and they just don't deliver. That's a different type of pain. You could argue even worse pain, because at least in the Roy Hodgson days, like, we all knew we were crap. You look at this team and you're like, man, on paper, this ain't a crap team. Like, what's going on? Now, let me just say one thing to the people who want to Klopp out. First of all, I'm not one of these guys who's going to tell you, oh my God, you're not a Liverpool fan. No, no, no. It's your opinion, you know, and I'm going to respect your opinion. I'm going to disagree. People ask me, Hussam, why didn't you turn on the manager? Why are you still pro Klopp? Why aren't you Klopp out? Thing is, you look at Chelsea as the case study this season. They sacked Thomas Tuchel, hired 2 managers, got a lot worse. I don't believe right here, right now, if I'm being completely honest, if Chelsea kept Thomas Tuchel, they wouldn't be 12th right now. Leave the elite manager, leave the unbelievable manager to figure it out. And let us have some real conversations. Over the last 10 years, 10 years is not a small time span. The only manager to stop Bayern's dominance in the Bundesliga is Jurgen Klopp. The only manager to stop City's dominance in the Premier League is also Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp has been there. He's done that. Jurgen Klopp has given us our most successful times and era as Liverpool fans of this age. You know, people who are 90s kids, even hell 80s kids, if you know, you started watching football maybe when you were 8, 9, Jurgen Klopp just gave you the most successful time of your entire lifetime. So, like, I don't see it's just the same 2 questions. Who's gonna accept, which elite manager in the world right now is gonna accept coming in and working with this budget? And the second thing is, which manager is gonna take us higher than Jurgen Klopp? Because, like, you look at the managers even available out there, who? Like Nagelsmann, like, all these managers are really not an upgrade on Klopp. People come tell me, De Zerbi, he's not ready for this level. He really is not. People get upset when I say that, but he's just not ready. Case study, look at Graham Potter. Look at Graham Potter. Graham Potter built Brighton. Never mind De Zerbi. Like, he built Brighton. He went to Chelsea, flopped. Like, you can't expect people to make the step up. And for me, I know this sounds crazy, but I really, really have a very high standard and expectation for this football club. If we get the summer right, and I'll say this here, just like I've said it on rival channels, just like I've said it everywhere. If we get this summer right, we can win the English Premier League, which is exactly why I'm not Klopp out. I have belief in the manager and the core world-class spine that we are capable of winning the Premier League. People will say, oh my God, how can we go from 7th to 5th to winning the Premier League? Teams have went from 10th to winning the Premier League before. This is why keeping Jurgen Klopp for me was absolutely important. It was just as important keeping Jurgen Klopp. And I'm planning a show. Gonna speak to G, gonna speak to Jerry James, inshallah, gonna get them on the channel. Do a nice little Klopp out versus Klopp in panel. Let them have a discussion, and it's healthy debates are always good. Bring on Kurdish and stuff, and we'll talk about it. So for me, it's just, I really don't see a world in which there is another manager who improves us or takes us to the promised land. Jurgen Klopp has been there, done that, and he's shown even this season, based on the stuff that he's done, that he can take us to the promised land. People telling me, Nagelsmann, guys, Nagelsmann got sacked from Bayern Munich for not being able to handle egos. What makes you think he's going to be able to handle Virgil van Dijk or Trent or Alisson or Fabinho or Thiago or Salah or these guys? So for me, I'm not Klopp out. I back my manager. That's my manager right there. But at the same time, I recognize that next season we need to deliver. And when I say deliver, I'm not going to drop my standards for this football club. I really am not going to drop my standards for this football club. I'm not going to sit up here and say Europa League and top 4 is a success, because it isn't. One game a week with the core, with the actual serious players, we are capable of winning the English Premier League, but we must get the summer right. And this brings me to the summer, you know. Alexis McAllister. I'm not anti-McAllister. I am not, look, I'm in the middle, right? I'm not that, oh my God, yes, we signed McAllister. And I'm not like, oh, he's shit. I'm just in the middle, you know? I'm happy we signed him. I think he's an improvement on what we have. But I ain't going to sit up here and start tap dancing because we signed McAllister. But the truth is, we sign Alexis McAllister. For me, that's a fantastic start. But Alexis McAllister could be the part of an absolutely horrible package or an absolutely unbelievable package. That's why from a long time I've been saying, guys, this summer it's about the package deal concept. As a package, this summer it could either be great or it could be crap, you know, or it could be down the middle, which really wouldn't, you know, serve us that well. So for us, you look at Alexis McAllister, and he could be a part of an unbelievable summer or a not good enough summer. So it really depends who we go on and sign. Let's use just hypotheticals. And by the way, let me tell you something about these ITKs, right? Guys, there are so many content creators that I know behind the camera, that I know off camera, that you guys don't know about. Guys, I promise you, I can just start making up shit on Twitter for likes and retweets and shares and follows. I'm just not that guy. I really will only say what I really know and what I'm even allowed to say. Guys, nothing is done other than McAllister. Please understand. Please get this through to your head. People who tell you, oh, this is done, that's done, this is done, that's done. Ain't nothing done, bro. McAllister is what's done. The others, it really is open season, because we could sign anyone. We could wake up tomorrow and suddenly we sign Lavia. We could wake up tomorrow, suddenly we sign Ugarte. We could wake up tomorrow, suddenly we sign Thuram. Suddenly we sign Kone. I don't know. It's all open season right now. It's possibilities. And I told you as well, it's not just a money problem with us. It's also which club will allow us to be able to purchase players, you know, with the whole way we purchase players, which is, you know, the kind of the payment plan, the structured deal type thing. Which club is going to accept us, you know, paying, 10 million, 20 million per year, etc., 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 do all of this step by step across their contract. So for me, I just look at it from the position of, it really depends which club will allow us, which club will accept us, you know, doing business that way. And I expect Alexis McAllister to be wearing a Liverpool shirt very soon. I don't think we're going to wait till the transfer window and all this crap. Like, probably going to move for him very soon. But Alexis McAllister is an absolutely fantastic start. He's a player that will 100% improve us. But we can't sit here and rest on our laurels and just sit here and go like, oh my God, Alexis McAllister. Yes. No. We need more. So the truth. Allah help me. Allah help me, please. Allah help me deal with this. Astaghfirullah. Oh, God. Let me just remove this chat from the screen. So, anyway, congratulations to Luton on promotion. Thing is, bro, he threw me off with that comment. I can't lie. He threw me off, low-key. But anyway, look, McAllister is needed. I think he improves us. Personally, I'd probably want Caicedo more from Brighton, but I understand. McAllister is a fantastic player. The two major positives for me about McAllister, there's two major positives. And even though I'm not that big on McAllister, I can also be balanced and objective. There's two things with McAllister. Number one, with Alexis McAllister, he's Premier League proven. So when he goes to City away, Emirates away, Old Trafford, it's not like he's been there for the first time. No, he's been there before. He's been there multiple times before. He's experienced it. He's lived it with Brighton Football Club. So he's been there. The second thing that impresses me the most about McAllister, as someone who wanted Lionel Messi to win that World Cup, Alexis McAllister did not look out of place next to the world-class players. So he's a World Cup winner, and he just didn't even look out of place. He looked perfectly in place next to the others. It's not like you watch Alexis McAllister play for Argentina and you're like, oh my God, he's crap next to Di Maria. No, he looks very good even next to the world-class players. So that's both positive indications. So that's why I'm very positive on McAllister, and I think he'll serve us really well. Now it's about the other three. You look at the centre-back situation. I really want Inacio. I've been talking about Inacio for a while. I'd love Ugarte from Sporting Lisbon. Barella would be an absolute dream. I like Kone. I like Thuram. I like so many players. I'm so happy that Mount is probably not going to happen. I don't want us now, though. Let us all collectively cut the crap and be honest. Let's not sit up here now and drop our standards to he's better than Henderson. He's better than what we have. Because the truth is, if I use the logic of he's better than Henderson or he's better than what we have, then you could honestly sign about 50 midfielders, 60 midfielders easily from this league. The standard should be where we're trying to get to. What level are we trying to accomplish? Are we trying to win the Premier League? Are we trying to do all of that? And if we are trying to do all of that, then our standard can't be he's better than what we have. And I'm going to mention a player that scored today, James Ward-Prowse. If some way, somehow, sorry guys, this is why I am a balanced guy. I'll be positive when I need to, and I'll be negative when I need to. I'm just very realistic. If we sign James Ward-Prowse, I'm going to do one of them Hussam rants. I ain't trying to see James Ward-Prowse put on a Liverpool shirt, because I just look at where I'm trying to reach, what level I'm trying to get to. And James Ward-Prowse is just not that guy. He really is not that guy for us. It's just the truth. He's a workhorse with free kick ability, and that is about it. He takes free kicks. Oh, hooray, he takes free kicks. Who gives a shit? Bro, Hakan Çalhanoğlu takes free kicks. I ain't going to go sign him. There's so many players in the world who are good at free kicks. That don't mean I go sign him. So for me, I ain't trying to do this whole Ward-Prowse stuff. Guys, let us also all collectively as Liverpool fans, please just have standards. That's all we ask for, If we're linked to a crap player, we all sit here, we call him crap. We all sit here, we it's just the truth. And if we sign a good player like a McAllister, we sit here, we say McAllister. So for me, I want us to sign 3 new midfielders and a centre-back, and we can get out of this mess. And our aim and goal for next season, and people come tell me Arsenal, with all due respect, even if there is somehow an Arsenal fan watching this, we're not Arsenal, guys. When Liverpool Football Club say, I got bigger fish to fry, we actually go, we hunt the shark, we fry him, and we eat him. That's the difference with us. It's the truth. So I look at this whole situation. We should be focusing on the league next season. I'll tell you why. Those group stage Europa League games play the entire bench, all the fringe players. I'm not trying to see Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson, Trent, Robertson, Fabinho, Thiago. I'm not trying to see any of these guys. I'm not trying to see any of these guys putting on a Europa League patch in the group stages. Let's see Curtis Jones. Let's see Harvey Elliott. Let's see Bajcetic. Let's see Henderson. Let's see Elliott. Let's see, Gomez, Matip, these guys. Let's see them in the Europa League. I am genuinely not trying to see them at all in the Premier League. And this is where we can use this as our own advantage. If we focus on the league and we have a starting 11 week in, week out in the English Premier League that's highly competitive, that can do all of the stuff that needs to be done, then we will 100% be successful. Because basically what we're saying is Klopp has to coach a team for 1 game a week. 1 game a week, Jurgen Klopp, elite level manager, and the unbelievable spine we got, surrounded by good players, I believe we really can win the league. I really believe we can win the league. And people call me crazy, but here's the thing. Every time teams do three-peats on that fourth year, they just fall off due to some sort of reason. When I say City fall off, by the way, it does not mean that City are going to fall off to 70 points. I'm saying City maybe finish on 81 points, 80 points, something like that. And, you know, that's a City level fall off. So they're 100% going to be second and all of that. But for me, I just see us being able to challenge, but we must adjust. Klopp must adjust, players must turn up, and we need to get the summer right, bro. And this is why, for me, Premier League proven is also important. World Cup winner McAllister is important. Even Caicedo, by the way, you look at Caicedo, he's played in the World Cup. He's Premier League proven. That's why these players, you know, are good for us. People talk about Declan Rice. I would happily take Declan Rice. I would happily take Declan Rice. Not only is he Premier League proven, you also look at his European stuff. With all due respect, West Ham's level is Conference and Europa, so we can't sit up here and measure them by Champions League standards. West Ham are currently captained by Declan Rice in the Conference League final. They are in the Conference League final, so Declan Rice has played a massive part of that, so 100%. I'm not going to sit up here and just say no to anyone who is English. I'd happily take Rice. I'd happily take Foden. I'd happily take Saka. There are so many unbelievable good English players. But I'm not going to take Ward-Prowse. I'm not going to take Mount. I ain't going to take any of these mid players. It's just the unfortunate truth. But anyway, guys, this is it for our final match reaction of the season. Tomorrow, inshallah, we're going to have our final and last therapy session. Then after that, call-in show. We've got the Europa League final as well on Wednesday. I'm going to do as well a Klopp out versus Klopp in show this week as well. So watch out for that, inshallah. So we've got so much content coming your way. Probably going to start doing yearly season reviews as well, you know. Probably get, you know, a couple of City fans on, you know, Big Steve, Hamza, etc. Maybe get Lee Gunner on, maybe get, you know, one of these guys on, speak about this season, just overall review the season if you'd like. So there is a lot of content coming your way, my lovely people. So make sure you slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Thank you so much. On our 47th match reaction, our 76th watch along today, you know, we just end this season. I apologize to anyone I've offended. I apologize to anyone if I disrespected you in any way, shape, or form. I apologize if you know, you didn't see me do something properly or whatever. I apologize to anyone, you know, maybe if you know, I didn't fulfill my responsibilities or I kept you waiting too late for a video or etc. So apologies for any, you know, kind of shortcomings on my end. It's been an absolutely long season. We just wait. We just wait. Now we need Inter Milan to just save football. It's going to be Forza Inter. We've got two finals. I want City to win one because it's F Man United all the way, every day. There is no club on earth I hate more than them. And that's the only final I want City to win. I want them to lose the other one. A part of me wants West Ham to win the Conference League, and Roma and Sevilla, we're just going to watch Heritage versus Heritage there, inshallah. So we've got a lot coming your way. So I apologize to you, any of you guys, for any disrespect or anything like that. I love you all. I love you all for your support. This channel has come leaps and bounds this season. You know, we've done so much unbelievable work. I'd like to say thank you to every contributor to the channel, all the people who liked, all the people who subscribed, all the people who sent in super chats, no matter how big or small. You guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for always supporting the channel. All the people who keep the channel going, all the people who have shown us all the love and support. Thank you so much, my lovely people. Shout out to all the unbelievable content creators as well who comes on the channel, the likes of Troops, Matisse, you know, Flawless, people who work with, you know, so I appreciate you all. Appreciate all the content creators who gave me an opportunity as well. Big up Terry, big up the Football Terrace. You know, big up everyone who has you know come on the channel. Big up Igal, big up Hamza, big up Vator Games, big up Kunle, big up Staffy, big up Usman, big up Jerry as well. Big up to all the Liverpool content creators. Big up to the likes of Tom Little, G, Jerry James, Rax, Monts, Roms, Ram. even though he hasn't come on here because he's an idiot. But big up to everyone, man. Big up to everyone, man. I appreciate you all. And listen, let me make something clear right here, right now. Just because Liverpool's season is over doesn't mean that the content ends. You guys already know. We've got a whole lot planned. And we're going to keep you entertained throughout the summer as well, inshallah. So make sure you slap the likes. Make sure you subscribe. Big up Abu Bakr. Big up Jay. Big up to Jack and Selection for the super chats. Big up to Abu Bakr says, my brother Sammy, you're cracked, lol. Hey. Fifth place, unfortunately, Abu Bakr. But shukran, Habibi, for the super chat. And people talking about Kopish. Listen, I spoke to Callum. Inshallah, we're going to try get him on a show as well this summer. So, love for the love, Habibis. Slap the like button, subscribe, notification bell, and we will see you guys tomorrow on our final therapy session, inshallah. Peace.